Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm going to show you all a demonstration, which I've done one video on a 5 brush. I'm going to show you another one. So this is a trick we do. This is my 5 brush down here. I actually put a box of mud on here and we shift it. So we bend the bristles, and I left this on here in the water for about 30 minutes. So a regular 5 brush, when it dries, as you can see, if you don't have pressure on it, then you get basically this pattern of dots. So the texture that we're about to try to accomplish, we don't want the dots. So when we bend it like this, when you take it out, it bends those bristles, more of the lines of fingers, and it's not going to have that same texture. And we're going to go inside right now. We'll dry this off, get this ready. We'll cut this video. We'll come back here in a minute and we'll show you what we're talking about. Back here with the brush, as you can see, we got everything folded over, that mud sitting on there. So those bristles are folded over, and I'll show you why here in a second. We got our trough. We're going to put some mud in here. So you got to stamp off. You stamp in and then stamp off. So we'll put mud on one side, and then we've got this bathroom remodel. As you can see, we've kind of fixed everything up, full skim this ceiling. There's some old funky texture, so we're doing a little nicer texture for them, and we'll give you a demonstration of what it looks like here shortly. So I got the mud really loose. It's almost like taping mud. You can use a piece of sheetrock too, is what we normally use, but I got this trough at Home Depot, so it works really well too and keeps it confined. So I'll pass the baton to my boy Blake here, and then we'll get this thing going. So it's just a quick stomp. You got to get some good mud in there. Obviously the bristles are already wet. So that's just to kind of stomp off a little excess there, so you don't have too much of a conglomeration. And then we want to space it out too, remember? Yep. Get some more. So this is the texture that was original. And you can see it's spaced out a whole lot. And I don't have this particular brush. I think it's actually a horsehair brush, but a big one, and they're hard to come by. So we basically told them we'd do something really close. As you can see, we're not putting a whole lot of mud on there, and the mud's really loose. Come this way, B. But we're kind of separating them. You don't want to overlap them. And we're leaving a little bit of a gap just to kind of get close to what we have here. If you can see, they got big gaps there. So we're spreading it out. We're going to leave some spaces in between the brushes. So you can usually get about 2, maybe 3 sometimes stamps before you gotta refill. And you just want to make sure you don't get too much mud on the brush as it's moving or as we're stamping. So to save the boredom, I'm probably just gonna do this one section and then we'll knock it down. Go some more, get some more. Don't want to get too light, I want to try and keep it as consistent as possible. I'm going to over up a little bit so there's not big open gaps between everything. You don't want channels there. There you go. If you do a light one, I don't think you have to knock it off. So a little awkward, something you'll never see outside of Texas. Never saw it before I ever moved here 6 years ago. Getting light there. Yeah, I like that. That's where I think you need to be. You probably need to add a little bit where you started. Got a little light over here, so I'm gonna get them to add a little more. Hit it hard. There you go. That's good. So it's just a paint pole. We screwed a stomp brush on the back of it. I just bought the brushes individual. If you buy the whole, it is made by a factory with the 5 brushes on it, but it's about $350 to $400. So I was able to buy just the brushes for under $100, and then I cut that piece of plywood you see, and then we just stick a stomp brush on it so we have something to hold our pole to. Alright, so we still got a half a ceiling to go. We're going to stop right here and just knock it down and show you what it looks knocked down. So as always, I got this is just a piece of, in my other videos you can see a piece of, it's a garage door threshold, and this rubber is really, really soft. So I'll just keep a sponge, keep that clean. It leaves no lines when you knock it down. Use this rubber, it comes out real nice. So mud's real loose. It's been on here a little while. I like to let it last a little longer, but it's really, really light. We're gonna knock it down. As you can see, leaves a nice impression. Looks really nice once it's painted. Got a little line here, I'll just sponge that out. It's good to keep these warm if it's cold. If you put them in the sun, it gets that rubber a little looser. This is hard because it's kind of cold today. I was getting a little bit of lines out of it. We'll knock that down. But there you go, getting close here. That's kind of what our final is going to look like when the whole ceiling's done. Pretty cool. Like I said, never saw it before. I moved here to Texas. But that's one version of a 5 brush. There's probably, that I know of, 10 or 15 ways to do it, but this is one way that we do it. One impression that you can get, because there's multiple ways that you can do it. Please like, subscribe, in the comments, add anything. If you have a particular texture you'd like to demonstrate, let me know. Doing it Southern style. Till next time.